Boku-no-Hero-Academia is about a world where everyone is born with powers. However, the main character, Miyadora, is born without powers. Even though he doesn't have any powers, he bravely jumps into a fight to try to save someone, and his favorite hero, All Might, sees him, and he shares with him that he was once powerless too, that the powers he has now was handed down to him, and that he is now going to hand his powers down to Miyadora. But the character that I'm going to focus on is Shoto Tikadora. His power is that he is half fire and half ice. When we first meet him, he is ashamed of his fire side and refuses to use it, except to regulate his temperature after using his ice side in a battle. In the picture, we see that he is covering his fire side with his ice hand, and his face is tense and very worried. As we learn more about Tokadori, we learn that his relationship with his father isn't good. The only connection that the readers have to this at first is that his father's power is fire and his mother's is ice. Soon after, we learn that his father was very abusive to both him and his mother. And we also learn that it was an arranged marriage, so that both of their genes can create the quote-unquote perfect power. This is why Tokadori hates his fire side, but Tokadori is forced to overcome his hatred when an enemy pushes him to use his fire side in a battle. He has never realized how powerful he was using both of his halves. After this battle, he decides to join his father, not to forgive him, but to learn more about how he can control his fire half. But before he can fully commit to this, he must see his mom and apologize. When he sees her, he is surprised how quickly she forgives him, and she just wants him to be happy. He starts training right away, and soon he is able to use both his fire and ice halves. He even uses them both in a big battle. In the end, Tokadori has mastered both of his powers, and he uses them confidently. In the future, I predict that he will be one of the strongest heroes of all times, and maybe one day, he will be able to make a complete amends with his father. In the final image we see of Shoto Tokadori, he is no longer covering his face, and he looks a lot calmer than in the first image, and he is looking at his fire hand.